Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of Old Guys, Gentlemen Flippers. There, I said that one pretty good. Today what I'm going to be reviewing is a knife that I got here recently, and it's the Liong Mah design Warrior 1 version 2 carbon fiber flipper. This is a carbon fiber version of Liong Mah's popular Warrior 1 model. And when I ordered it, just looking at it here, even though I have all the dimensions, well, here, let's go ahead and show you what came. So it comes with a nice case, nice zipper case, that I probably will not use, the knife, a cleaning cloth, a nice little case with the logo on it, and a sticker, and it's felt on the inside and has a little pocket. So the case is actually pretty nice. Okay, now for the knife. Just some of the particulars of the knife. It is overall 7.75 inches. It's blade length of 3.38 inches. The sharpened length is about the same. Blade thickness is 0.145, a little bit thicker blade than what I'm used to. The steel is S35VN, which is nice hard steel, but still sharpenable, and it's stainless. It's a flipper, ergo it goes into my gentleman's flipper collection. It's a frame lock, a nice solid frame lock. I don't think I have any knives with this thick of material that locks it in place. The closed length is, let's see if I can, I've been working on this. There, yay! The closed length is 4.31 inches. The handle thickness is a half an inch. And I'll get back to that. The handle material is titanium on this side and carbon fiber, on this side. And it weighs about 3.7 ounces, which is a little bit on the high end of what I like. But some of the good things about it is the action. The action for opening is just, it's the most solid opening knife that I've got. And maybe that's because of the mass of the material in it. Very satisfying. But I'd like to be able to flick it closed, and I can't always do it. Maybe if I come down here, sorry for wasting your time as I try to learn how to flick this closed. There we go, in front of you. Some of the stuff I like is the nice hard action, as I've said before. I did pull this thing apart. There was almost like a grease inside. There's captured bearings in a plastic ring. The bearings look like they're silicon nitride or some kind of ceramic. It looked like a viscous grease in there. So I cleaned that out and put some of the dry lubricant oil that I put on these things. Wow, look at that, 2 in a row. And I got it almost to where I like it. The other thing I really like is that I was calling these choils in a previous review of another knife, but it's Gimping. And look at all that Gimping. My goodness. This is made for staying in your hand. There's Gimping on the flipper lever, and I guess this is for, I guess that's for some sort of defense or attack. I will never carry it like this except for this video. What else? I think the blade's really nice, and the shape makes it nice and easy. In fact, let's admire the mirror finish that I put on it. The shape that it's really kind of pleasing, but this is like a swedged surface here, and I use a KME sharpening system, and it really wants to have, like inanimate objects want things, but it really wants to have a flat surface here that it can, has a couple of jaws that pinch down like this. And so it had a tendency to kind of, I'm exaggerating, the angle could change. And I sort of fixed that by layering some tape evenly, using the same amount on both sides to create a flatter platform, and that seemed to work. But I don't necessarily need this swedged look. I'd rather have the flat thing so it'd be easier to sharpen. What else? Nice simple construction. You take this screw off and this screw off, and if it weren't for this being in the way, there's a screw right here. Actually, it's the same thing down here. So basically, once this is off, it's just 2 screws, which I kind of appreciated. I thought that was pretty good. The clip. Let me make sure I don't 3 in a row. It's a machine titanium clip, and when I got it, that thing was tight, sprung tight against the titanium here, and I could get it past my pocket, but I could tell that if I kept doing it, it would ruin the pants pocket pretty quickly. So not knowing exactly what the best thing to do was, I had a piece of plastic that I use for some other stuff that has a ramp on it, and it basically kept bending it backwards, and now where it's at right now, there's a space there and it fits on and it's nice and snug. And you think that a short clip like this on a longer blade might be a problem, but it seems to work out pretty well for me on this knife. It's a little pricey. You can tell that they spent a lot of time making sure they held tight tolerances on this thing when they made it. You can just tell that by looking at it, especially when I take it apart. Oh, the other cool thing about it is to help reduce weight. Well, probably won't be able to see it. Well, there you can. See the inside of the titanium? They've machined out some material in an effort to keep this thing as light as possible. And maybe that's why it ends up costing about $380, which is on the high end of what I like to spend for a knife that's not a collectible art knife. My first reaction when I had this is that it's too chunky. In fact, we can probably do some comparisons here on the chunkiness. All right, this is the 0450. Well, I said it's really chunky. All right. Learning while you're doing the video. Probably not very professional. Well, I don't know why. Well, it looks wider. Sorry, folks. Maybe I'll cut some of this out. Okay, they said that's about a ½ an inch and it's sculpted. So it's actually thinner here and thicker in the center. I guess that's what I'm seeing, where this is flat all the way across. And this is more like 3/8 of an inch. So, see, it is chunkier. But this feels nice and slim. This feels like you got a hunk of metal in your hand, or in this case, a hunk of metal and carbon. Let's do some comparisons. So there's the Warrior 1 version 2, and here's the 450. And actually, boy, they're almost identical in length. That's kind of surprising, because it feels like you got a lot more knife in this hand, but it's exactly the same. And maybe that's a positive attribute of this. Maybe the extra bulkiness is something I'll get used to. And here's the canned onion leek, and it's just a little bit smaller than the other three, where this one feels almost like a small knife to me. So anyhow, so we've discovered some things together on this video. Thank you. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I hope there was some value in this. I am thinking that I probably will keep this for a while. And I was wearing it today, and I like that I had it, so I'll probably keep wearing it. And who knows, maybe I'll learn to love, you know, some of the thicker material knives. So thanks again. Bye.